mainly discussed about what you are going to plan. Okay, so you may know what is the difference between shutdown and a turnaround. Okay, scheduled shutdown are called turnaround, unexpected breakdown that is called shutdown. While you are driving a car, you have some of the failure, some of the problem with the tire, sometimes accelerator, sorry. Sometimes we have different kind of problem, like some misalignment may be there. Okay, so fuel pump problem. You got my point. So those kind of unexpected thing happening in your vehicle, that is breakdown. Okay, unexpected breakdown, that is called shutdown. Planned shutdown, that is called turnaround. So a turnaround is the scheduled shutdown. A turnaround is a scheduled. It means that planned shutdown for a processing unit. For major repairs, sometimes we are going for upgradation. Already you have 20 ton capacity, we are increased into 35 tons capacity of production. Okay, we can able to produce in our plant 20 tons per day. So due to our modification of the pipelines, so we are going to upgrade. So means we have to stop the total unit. So that's why they are going for turnaround. The second point, the name comes from the concept of coming down. It means putting the unit off and making fast and furious repairs, then turning right around and coming back up. So it has different kind of stages. So what are the stages? It includes, the name comes from the concept of unit bringing down. Point number two, making the things faster and furious repair we are doing. Okay, once we finished our work, we are going for like the unit to bring back. So point number three, a successful turnaround is the one where there is no disaster or environmental problem. There is no unexpected things happen. Safety aspect, good. That is what they are mentioning inside point number three. A successful turnaround is one where safety, environmental compliance, cost, economically it should be viable, and duration, very very important point, duration are within the expectation and benchmark performance is achieved. If you are going to do the turnaround job for aromatic plant or delayed coker plant or RFCC plant, so before they are going for turnaround, they would like to investigate with same kind of production plant with a different company. So they would like to check while they are going for a planning, can we able to complete this job within the particular time or it may take more time. So those things they are verifying, that is called benchmarking. So it has very simplest 3 point. Turnaround means is a scheduled shutdown. We are trying to put major part of the unit, okay, either for upgradation or we are going for repairing. The name comes from the concept of coming, like coming down. I mean putting the unit down, making fast, okay, and furious repairs, and turn right around and coming back up to the unit. A turnaround, a successful turnaround means it should be safety, without environmental compliance. Okay, then like cost, then duration within the expectation. Okay, I mean within the duration we have to complete and the benchmark performance is achieved. Let's go for the point number two. I mean next slide. So next slide, what they are discussing about, what for turnaround. Okay, what is the purpose for doing turnaround? You could pick up any like important, like it's like a bullet point, easiest 4 points. So the modern chemical complex cannot be run indefinite manner. We cannot run uncontinuous, like flow, without taking some time to make repair as well as the kinetic what way we are going to improve. Point number two, because of that purpose, they are going for turnaround. That is why they are putting under point number one. Point number two, piping and vessels erode as well as corrode due to long-term operation. Point number three, what is that point number three? Rotating equipment like pump, compressor. You know what are the static equipment and rotating equipments, right? So those rotating equipment, if you are running continuous in manner, it may wears out. Technology changes. Nowadays, like machine learning, before like PLC, PID control, SCADA system, advanced process control, like CISO system, single input, single output. Then it converted into multiple input, multiple output, MIMO system. So those upgradation, whenever we are going for the plan, like implement the plan, so we have to go for turnaround. The purpose of turnaround is to open, inspect, repair all equipment in a process unit that cannot be worked on while the unit is running. Is very very simplest point. So you could write out of these 5 points any four and easiest way of important 4 point I'm just expecting from you. Okay, so point number one, for modern chemical complex, you cannot run, like free, like it should as a definite manner. Indefinite means, like uncontrolled way. I mean, like without, destination. If you cannot run as it is, any kind of production, it should have some deadline. It should have some, like stopping point. Based on that, we can achieve that particular product. Point number two, again I'm repeating, piping and vessels. If I'm using long time pipe, inside this particular pipeline, we are storing that same product, like more than 2 years, 3 years. So what will happen? Due to this chemical, due to the composition of the chemical, the possible to have a erosion will be there inside the pipeline, as well as the rust formation. That is what corrosion. Erosion as well as corrosion will be there. So okay, so you can check even in your home, whenever you are using a tap, if the water contains too much salt, you can find whenever the water is coming out in a tap, you can find that salt deposition. If you are not cleaning properly, after some time it become like a corrosion. So the slow corrosion, it may lead to an erosion, means after some time the tap, I mean the pipe, water is coming out, that edge will be removed, you can find. So that is called piping and vessel erode and corrode. Rotating equipment continuously, running on, due to that, seal maybe problem, impeller problem, valute issue. Okay, suction I, it has a problem. If you are running a pump continuous in manner, technology changes, we have to go for turnaround. A purpose of turnaround is to open and inspect, repair all equipments in a process unit that cannot be worked on while the unit is running. Whether the plant is running, we cannot go for turnaround. So you could find what are the reasons for turnaround. Okay, okay, what for turnaround? What for? You're going turnaround. Next slide. When turnaround will be? Previous slide, what for you are doing turnaround? This slide, when? Okay, what time? Point number one, equipment reliability. If the reliability of an equipment is not good condition, then we can go for turnaround. We are expecting that from the particular equipment, 90% efficiency. Lekin you are achieving just 40 percentage of efficiency. Then the reliability, okay. In another words, you can say if you are buying any kind of equipment, okay, that lifetime of an equipment may be 40 year, okay, but within 18 years the equipment is not that much, performing. So the reliability is not good condition. So then we have to go for turnaround. When turnaround will be, if you don't have proper equipment reliability. Mechanical integrity, it means that the thickness of a wall, okay, due to long-term operation or the kind of chemical or the kind of the product, kind of the raw material we are using inside the vessel, okay, sometimes the high temperature and pressure, then the wall may be collapsing. You got my point? So the mechanical integrity of an equipment. Sometimes economics of special project. Okay, so we are doing operation, but that operation is not economically profitable. Okay, so those times we have to go for some of the product we are doing by seasonal time. So we have to do small modification along with our existing plan. So that is what economics special project. Technology upgrade, already I have told you. Whenever you are going for advanced kind of computer based programming, so if you want to implement, then only you can be survive with your market. If you are not updating yourself, so you cannot survive even as a software engineer. So they would like to learn the things day to day. It's the same thing for the process people. We cannot be always traditionalist. Meanwhile, the advanced thing should know to manage the market. So equipment reliability time will go for turnaround, mechanical integrity, economics of special project, technology upgrades. Let's go to this next slide. Like I will discuss milestone plan, but then we'll go for turnaround planning. Turnaround planning, what is, okay, we have discussed first slide turnaround activities, then what for turnaround, when turnaround will be, the next slide is that turnaround activities. So what turnaround activity, what is the turnaround activity? Turnaround activity, regardless of scope, does not just happen, like they are just giving you general idea. A unit turnaround, it's regardless of scope, does not just happen, it must be carefully planned. Okay, we are not doing like here and there manner. It has a proper planning. Meanwhile, before we are going for a turnaround job, the final confirmation should be 3 months, at least 3 months before they have to complete. These are the jobs suppose we are going to complete while we are going for turnaround. So yeah, regardless of scope, does not just happen. It must be carefully planned. A successful turnaround must meet the following requirement. What are those? Safety, the time frame, that is what schedule. Point number 3, budget, completed work must accomplish the expected goals. So these three things like safety, schedule and budget, is very, very important thing. We cannot go, like avoid that budget as well.